Do you find yourself feeling stuck in a rut, unable to get out of bed, or battling with laziness that seems impossible to overcome? This video is for you. If you're looking for a little push, a little spark to get you going, keep watching. This story might be just what you need to start moving forward. It was a gloomy morning in a small town, and Alex had been lying in bed for hours. The clock showed 10 a.m., but he couldn't bring himself to get up. Every day seemed like a repeat of the last, waking up late, avoiding responsibilities, and feeling the weight of the world on his shoulders. He wasn't even sure why he felt so heavy. It wasn't that life was awful, it was just dull. Every task felt impossible, every goal unreachable. And so, he lay there, staring at the ceiling, wondering how much longer he could go on like this. I'm just so tired, he thought, his thoughts spiraling. Maybe tomorrow I'll change. But tomorrow never came, and the cycle continued. Alex had heard people talk about the importance of waking up early, about the success stories of people who got up with the sunrise and tackled their day with purpose. He wanted to be like them, but it felt too hard. There was this invisible barrier that kept him stuck. One day, as Alex was scrolling through social media, he stumbled across a quote that hit him hard. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. It wasn't just any quote, it was a message that felt like a personal invitation to change. He thought about it for a moment. Was he afraid of failing? Of trying and not being good enough? That's what had kept him in bed, trapped in his comfort zone. The fear of taking that first step. But what if he was already failing by not trying at all? That evening, Alex called his grandmother, someone he admired for her positivity and wisdom. After catching up, he shared how stuck he was feeling. She listened patiently and then said, "Alex, I know you can do better, but it's not about doing it all at once. It's about waking up to life, even if you take it one step at a time. You have to give yourself a chance to move forward. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Start now." Her words resonated deeply within him. Maybe he didn't need to wait for the perfect day, the perfect mood, or the perfect motivation. Maybe he just needed to get up and take small steps, no matter how hard it seemed. The next morning, Alex woke up at 6 a.m. He didn't feel like it, he didn't feel excited or full of energy, but he remembered his grandmother's words. He rolled out of bed, stretched his limbs, and made a decision. Today, I will do one thing that brings me closer to where I want to be. It wasn't easy. His body still wanted to stay in bed, and his mind was filled with doubts. But Alex knew that change wouldn't happen if he didn't make an effort. He started with a small goal, making his bed. It was something simple, but it felt like a victory. Then, he had a healthy breakfast and decided to go for a walk outside. It wasn't much, but it was progress. He realized something. Each small step was helping him break the grip of laziness and sadness. For the next few days, Alex continued this routine. Each morning, he set one small goal for himself. Maybe it was taking a 10-minute walk, reading for 20 minutes, or even just getting dressed instead of staying in pajamas. Every time he accomplished a goal, no matter how small, he felt a little lighter. Then, one afternoon, as Alex sat on a bench in the park, he reflected on how far he had come. The sadness that once consumed him had started to lift. The motivation he thought he lacked was now growing inside of him. He realized that emotional resilience didn't mean never feeling down. It meant having the strength to keep moving, even when life felt heavy. And in that moment, Alex understood. The secret to waking up wasn't just in leaving the bed behind, it was in leaving behind the fear, the doubts, and the excuses. He had to stop waiting for the perfect moment and create the momentum himself. The next day, Alex didn't just wake up early, he woke up with purpose. The sadness he once felt was now replaced with a sense of clarity and excitement for what the day could bring. He had learned that motivation doesn't come from waiting, it comes from taking action, no matter how small the steps may seem. Moral of the story: if you're feeling stuck, remember this: stop waiting for the perfect moment to get up and take action. It's okay to feel sad, tired, or unmotivated, but don't let that stop you from moving forward. Take small steps,